Hey, how you doing? It's Mr. Clifford. This is ACDC Econ. We're talking about the key economic concept of macroeconomics. We're going to talk about Consumer Price Index, CPI. Teachers love teaching about the CPI. We're going to review it, make sure you understand. Here we go. The first thing to understand is a market basket, right? CPI is the measure of inflation. That's what we look at. It's how consumers are affected by price changes over time, right? So what the government does is they look at a market basket. A market basket is a series of products the government looks at that doesn't change over time, right? So a set amount of market basket, same amount of stuff, this exact similar products. You look over years, over different time, that tells you how prices have changed. That's it, market basket. To get CPI, CPI is this index number, tells you information. What you do is you find the market basket of the year you're looking for. How much did that basket cost in 1 year, the one you're looking for, divided by how much of that market basket cost back in a base year, right? Some base year price. Right, times 100, that pops out a number. That number gives us information. Let's use that right now. Here we go. I've got 3 different years, 2009, 2010, 2011. Right? What I want to do is calculate the CPI for different base years. In this case, I'm going to do for 2009 being the base year, and then later on I'll do 2010, 2011. So here we go. Base year 2009, here's the rule. When you see 100, it means that's the base year. Base year, the same prices as the base year. Right, 100 means this is the base year. How do I know? Well, if 20, which is the year you're looking for, 2009, divided by the value of that market basket in 2009, which is the base year, 20 divided by 20 is 1 times 100. 100, always the base year. So right now, let's just go fill that out. In 2010, this is going to be 100. That's the base year. In 2011, this is going to be the base year. The question is what goes here and what goes here. Let's figure that out. So here we go. Now you take $40, that's how much the new market basket costs in 2010. You divide it by how much it was back in the base year, which is 20, and that pops out a number. When you multiply it times 100, there you go. And it gives you a bunch of information. It tells you how much prices changed since the base year. So 40 divided by 20 pops out to be 2. 2 times 100, this is going to be 200. Here's what that means. It means prices have doubled between 2010 and 2009. And I'm making these numbers up, of course. Right, so that's the idea. If CPI of 200 means prices increased 100%. All right, that makes sense. Now, the next question is, what about when the price is 50? So you take 50 divided by 20. That's going to pop out a number. We multiply it times 100. What do you get? This is 250. Right, that means is prices increased 150% since the base year. That makes sense, right? Prices doubled and then went up another 50%. All right, 150%. Now, we're switching off 2009 as our base year, and let's go to 2010 as the base year, where the market basket costs $40. There's your base year, CPI 100. Now, let's go right here. This number is going to be less than 100, right? The reason why is what you have is a number that's smaller divided by a bigger number, so that shows you prices were lower back in 2009. Now, how much? Let's find out. What you would do is you do the year you're looking for. The market basket is 20 divided by 40, and that would pop out a number. This number right here is 50. Right? That means the prices were 50% less in 2009 than they were in the base year. That's the concept. Now, from 40 to 50, right, you do the year you're looking for, 50 divided by 40, that pops out a number. That tells you prices increased 25%. So CPI is 125. That's the concept. Right? 50 divided by 40 times 100 pops out 125. All right, now it's time to go calculate base year 2011. By yourself, go ahead and try that on your own. Let's see how you do. Do it. All right. Market basket in the year you're looking for, right, which is 40 divided by 50, which is how much that market basket cost in the base year. We're looking at 2011 as the base year. That's going to pop out a number. That number is 80. It means prices were 20% less back in 2010 than they are to the base year 2011. All right, let's do it again. Now it's the year you're looking for, which is 20 divided by 50, which is the base year. And that means prices were how much? Well, they were 60% less, right? So the CPI is 40, right? CPI is 40, prices were 60% less back in 2009 compared to 2011 base year. Hopefully it makes sense. CPI, now it's time to practice. Here we go. It's time for a bonus round. Here we go. I want you to take your piece of paper. I want to write out this chart. I've given you some numbers. Your job is to fill in the blanks. I want you to figure out what's the market basket in 2010, and these are different numbers than before. Market basket in 2011. Given the information I gave you, you got to try this on your own. Ready and good luck. Here we go. Let's see how you did. First of all, I want to throw in the base years, right? That's the easy part. 2009 base year, this has got to be 100. The index is always 100 for the base year. 2010, this is going to be 100, and this one's 100 done. So now we're looking for this, and these two things. These ones are the important ones. We got to find these first. So in 2010, the CPI is 125 if 2009 was the base year. What does that mean? It means prices increased 25% since the base year. So if this is the index, 100, this is 125, prices increased 25%. Question is, what's an increase of 25% from 40? The answer is 50. The market basket in 2010 is $50. It's an increase of 25%. Boom, done. Now, I want to figure out this number, but I need that to figure this out. So instead of this one, I want to look at the other column. Let's use this column. I gave you that information for a reason. If in 2010, the base year index is 100, but in 2011, that index is 200, that means prices did what between 2010 and 2011? They doubled, right? They went up 100%. So if it was 50 before, what's it now? It's going to be 100. That's the concept. Boom. Now I got all the information I need. I have the market baskets for the different year. Just put in the rest using that equation. Let's get to work. 40 was the base year 2009. 100 is the value in 2011 of that same market basket. So it's 100 divided by 40 times 100. That pops out a number. That's 250. Prices increased 150%. How about this one? Well, this number is going to be less than 100, and the question is how much less? And the answer is 80. Right? CPI is going to be the answer, 20% less. How do I know? Just by looking at it, I can figure out. I don't need the equation. I mean, the concept was the year I'm looking for is 40 divided by 50 times 100 gives me 80. But let's make sure I can spot it just by looking at it. This prices were $10 less back in 2009 compared to the 2010 base year right there, index. So if prices were $10 less, and $10 is what percent of 50? Well, it's 20%. Then the index number means this had to be 80. 80 was the CPI. All right, let's keep on going. $100 in the base year, right? Back in 2010, prices were 50 for that same market basket. So this is 50, right? And the next one, this is going to be 40. Hopefully you understand the concept. This is CPI, measuring inflation. Till next time.